1. The challenges we face. Before we look at the solutions, we need to be honest about the problems. And there are plenty. Climate change. We're already seeing the effects. Rising sea levels, swallowing coastlines, record-breaking heat waves, stronger hurricanes, and massive wildfires. Entire ecosystems are collapsing, from coral reefs to Arctic ice. By 2050, it's projected that over 1 billion people could be displaced by climate-related issues. Water scarcity is affecting regions that once had stable supplies. Agricultural cycles are shifting, making food insecurity a growing threat even in developed countries. Resource depletion. Our planet's resources aren't infinite. We're burning through fossil fuels, fresh water, and even rare earth minerals at unsustainable rates. Our appetite for growth, convenience, and consumption is coming at a steep price. According to the Global Footprint Network, we're already consuming 1.7 times the Earth's capacity to regenerate each year. Global health crises, COVID-19, expose just how vulnerable our interconnected systems are. But beyond pandemics, we're also battling antibiotic resistance, mental health epidemics, and widening healthcare inequality. Millions still die from preventable diseases due to lack of access, infrastructure, or early diagnosis. 2. Tech that's already making a difference. Now for some hope. Amid the doom scrolling, there's a powerful force quietly rewriting our future. Technology. Renewable energy. This is one of the clearest examples of how tech can save us. Solar panels are now more affordable than ever. Wind turbines are popping up across the globe, and battery storage innovations are solving the problem of intermittent supply. Denmark generates nearly 50% of its electricity from wind. Costa Rica ran on 100% renewable energy for over 300 days in a single year. India and China, yes, even with their pollution struggles, are now among the world's largest solar markets. The result? A global shift away from fossil fuels is becoming not only possible, but profitable. Artificial intelligence, AI, is transforming almost every field you can imagine. In climate modeling, AI helps us predict and prepare for extreme weather events. In agriculture, it's optimizing irrigation, detecting crop diseases early, and improving yield forecasts. In healthcare, it's reading medical images faster than doctors, identifying rare diseases, and helping develop drugs in record time. During the early days of the COVID pandemic, AI models predicted outbreaks and helped analyze viral structures for vaccine development. Biotechnology, biotech, is reshaping medicine and sustainability. CRISPR gene editing has cured rare genetic diseases in clinical trials. Lab-grown meat is offering a path to feed billions without harming the environment or animals. Biodegradable materials created through synthetic biology could replace plastics and reduce pollution drastically. Space and satellite tech. Satellites are helping track deforestation, monitor ocean temperatures, and deliver internet to remote regions. Companies like Starlink are helping bridge the digital divide, offering a path for education, telemedicine, and economic opportunity to places previously left out. 3. The ethical dilemmas of saving ourselves. Now let's not get too starry-eyed. Future tech isn't a silver bullet. With great power comes great complexity. Tech for whom? If we develop life-saving innovations, but only the wealthy can afford them, are we really saving humanity, or just a privileged slice? Healthcare AI can diagnose a disease, but what if the hospital doesn't have access to that tool? Or worse, what if the tool has bias built into its training data? The same goes for clean energy. Solar panels won't help if your country can't afford the infrastructure, or if you live under a corrupt regime that siphons resources elsewhere. Surveillance versus safety. Facial recognition used to detect criminals can just as easily be used to monitor dissidents. Drones used for disaster relief can also be weaponized. AI trained to recommend medicine can also be used to manipulate people through ads or propaganda. Can we trust the systems we build? And more importantly, who controls them? Human enhancement brain-computer interfaces are being tested right now. Neural implants that can control robotic limbs or treat neurological conditions also raise questions about memory, identity, and free will. Where do we draw the line between healing and enhancing? If someone can afford to augment their brain power, does that create a new class divide? 4. Wildcard technologies that could change everything. Some innovations are just entering the mainstream or still incubating, but could shift our future in massive ways. Carbon capture, pulling carbon out of the air, not just avoiding emissions, is the holy grail of climate tech. Startups and research labs are developing machines that act like artificial trees, capturing and storing carbon underground or converting it into usable fuel. Fusion energy. Fusion promises nearly limitless clean energy. No radioactive waste, no carbon emissions. In 2023, scientists at Lawrence Livermore National Lab achieved net energy gain in a fusion reaction for the first time. Now, the challenge is scaling and sustaining it. Imagine a world where energy is cheap, clean, and available anywhere. Collective intelligence platforms. What if we could use AI to combine the wisdom of millions instantly? Platforms like Pol Eyes, used in Taiwan, allow citizens to co-create laws with real-time feedback, showing what a truly democratic future could look like. 5. What needs to happen next? So, can future tech save humanity? Potentially, yes, but not without us. The tools alone aren't enough. We need action, regulation, ethics, and imagination. What we need: global collaboration. Climate change, pandemics, and AI threats don't care about borders. Accessible infrastructure. Tech has to reach rural villages, not just Silicon Valley. Ethical frameworks, regulations that protect rights without stifling innovation. Education. A future-proof population needs digital literacy, critical thinking, and access to information. Accountability. We must demand transparency from tech companies and governments alike. 6. A hopeful vision for the future. What if cities ran entirely on renewable energy? Diseases were detected before symptoms even appeared. AI helped us optimize food distribution so no one ever went hungry again. War became obsolete because nations found better ways to collaborate. It sounds utopian, but every major leap in history, antibiotics, the internet, air travel, once sounded like science fiction. We're standing on the edge of a cliff, but also the edge of a revolution. The next 10 to 20 years will determine whether we crash or climb. The big question. So, here's the real challenge. Will we rise to meet this moment? Future tech can save humanity, but only if we choose to wield it wisely. If we prioritize empathy over profit, collaboration over competition, and long-term survival over short-term convenience. Let's keep this conversation going. What future technology gives you the most hope? Is it AI, biotech, space travel, or something we haven't even talked about? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you're curious about what else could shape our future, check out my other video on 5 emerging technologies that could reshape civilization as we know it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, because the future belongs to the informed.